Hello there, Aries. Let's talk about your purpose. I'm Michelle B. Some of us know what our purpose is in the world, what we are here to do, to give to our communities and to the people around us. Some of us are not so sure yet. But one thing's for sure, everyone's got obstacles in the form of doubts and fears that keep us from stepping forward into our greatest potential. So this is what I'm going to be focusing on this reading today. I'm going to start with the doubts and fears. I'm going to go find out what the core of the disbelief in yourself and what can be done. Find out what can be done to help you step forward into your greatest potential. So I already had one card flip out, and let's go ahead and fill those 5 positions. Want that one there. Okay, one more card, please. For Aries. For my passionate Aries. All right, there we go. All right, so we're starting out our doubts and fears for Aries. 7 of Cups and the Queen of Swords. First of all, there's so many options out there. There's so many different directions for Aries to turn their attention. They have so many things they enjoy doing. So I think that one of the biggest obstacles right now is thinking that it's got to be this like perfect thing. Now check this out. The symbolism here in this card. In the 7 of Cups, it's like this one cup that's right in the middle, and it's like glowing, this perfect thing. And you're like, I won't settle for anything less than that. I just don't know how to get to that. So I'm just gonna like flounder around over here for a little while with all of these distractions, right? So there's that thread of why things aren't working out so great when it comes to coming in alignment with your purpose. It's just like, I know what it is, it's way up there, but it's like beyond what I feel like I can get right now. So I'm just gonna like distract myself over here, and you know, it might work out for me someday that I'll get to do this wonderful thing that I think is that I hold in such high esteem. That Queen of Swords in reverse, it's like you're just like you're being distracted with all of these cups. It's a matter of sorting through what's useful and what's not, what's good for you and what's not. The Queen of Swords would know, but it's in reverse, which means that you're not in touch. We hold all of these archetypes of the court cards of the tarot. We hold all of the archetypes within ourselves. It's just a matter of whether we're in alignment with those archetypes. So the Queen of Swords archetype is she's the no nonsense lady. She's like, okay, so whatever comes to me, I decide whether it's useful to me or not. I discern where, like, which hole, which cubby to put each thing. So it's feeling like I'm too disorganized to be able to come into alignment with the things that I want. I'm too distracted, I'm too disorganized, I'm all over the place. So between the 7 of the Cups and the Queen of Swords in reverse, there's this energy of just like willy-nilly, energy's going all over the place. The core of the disbelief in yourself, the core of the fears that you have for becoming in alignment with your purpose. The 9 of Swords, which is just a lack of faith altogether. It's a fundamental lack of faith in something beyond just you. And what I feel like a lot of Aries are struggling with right now is feeling like they alone are the only ones who can do everything for them, even though they might claim to be very spiritual. Even though they might claim to be Christian, even though they might claim to believe in the power of the universe beyond themselves, they're still stuck in this Western individualist ideal that says that you're the person that's got to make everything for yourself, and nothing but like this masculine idea of grit and hard work is the only thing that will get you what you want. When in fact, I'm speaking for the feminine here when I when I do my readings, I like to speak particularly to the feminine, but masculine can also benefit from this perspective, in that there's so much progress that goes in taking your hands off the wheel, taking the stress out of it, and allowing the universe to guide you. That's what a lot of this is about, is allowing the universe to show you the way through the fog in the direction of where you really want to go. And so I always associate the Nine of Swords energy with prayer. So that's something that I feel like maybe a lot of Aries that are connecting with this, resonating with this reading right now, is they have not allowed themselves to give in to the allowance of something beyond themselves giving them a helping hand. So, well, that's something to look at, isn't it? Have you ever considered that? Just the simple act of having a conversation with the divine about what it is that you want. Will you help me, please? Guide me through small steps right now. Listening very carefully to the answers that you get. And just doing them. Do those small things and watch the progress. Your faith will light up as you see how it really works, as you see how the universe really does want to help you. All you have to do is ask. Okay, so now we're going into the actionable steps for going forward. I already mentioned one, and that is allowing the universe to come and help you, right? Knowing that you don't have to do everything all by yourself. But we also have the Nine of Pentacles, the mistress of the vineyard. She's a leader and a manager. And I know Aries loves to be a leader, but also she is nothing without her crew. So she's like, she owns the vineyard, but she would never be able to tend all of the vines, harvest the grapes, process everything into wine, ferment it, and distribute it. She would never be able to do this all by herself. She needs a crew to help her. So there's one big clue for Aries is get yourself a posse. If you don't already have one, you might already have a posse of people. And the cards are like, be in alignment with the people that can help you on your way. Make sure that you have somebody for every job. Know who's really good at certain things and plug them in. That's the job of a manager. That's the job of a supervisor, is to say, I know you're good at that, so go do that. And I know you're good at that, and so you go do that. And I know what I'm good at, and I'm going to stick to what I'm good at. If you think you've got to do everything, you're mistaken. You can't possibly do everything on the way to something that's this great. If you want to influence as many people as possible for your greatest potential, you're going to need more help than just yourself. You can't be the only one on this crew. Okay, so there's some messages for that. And the sun was in reverse for, let's see, let me check that position one more time for this reading that I found. I just love it. Nurture your belief in yourself. You know what? I think that it has to, the sun being here in reverse is trying to say, don't think that it's in alignment with all the rest of this. Don't think that don't put yourself on a pedestal. Don't think that you are like the only person that can do all this stuff in order for it to happen, because obviously it hasn't happened yet if it was up to only you to do everything. So the sun was there saying this is the superstar energy, and I think you're putting yourself on such a high pedestal of expectation. Your expectations of yourself are so high that nothing is getting accomplished, and you're losing faith in yourself as time goes on. You're like, I've got to be the best, and I've got to do everything, and I have to do it perfectly. No, you don't have to be any of that. You just need to get started. Just let the project, let the purpose just play out through you as you are right now. Just let it flow through you. You are a conduit for creating a better world. And you being who you are right now is good enough. And you don't have to aspire to be some ideal of perfection that really isn't realistic. And it's definitely not. It's definitely not a human. Okay. That's it for Aries. I love you. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I will see you later.